Hey friends, good evening to you. Sorry, my first attempt at starting the stream failed, so apologies for the 3-minute delay. Although it kind of echoes, gives us a little bit of that feeling of real shows that are delayed much longer than that. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight I'm doing this stream in collaboration with Janesville Performing Arts Center, who are some great folks. It's a weird time if your work is at all contingent on gathering people together. And so, you know, as a person who performs and gets to have relationships with a bunch of different venues and so forth, it's a challenging moment right now to know what the future holds. And so proceeds for tonight will be split between me and also then in support of Janesville Performing Arts Center. So thanks to those folks for reaching out and being interested in collaborating on this. Let's see, I'm going to do kind of a mix of older stuff, some things from this new upcoming record that's coming out this fall, coming out on November 20th, and then some like new stuff just because I've been writing in the, COVID time. Sorry, I got this. My hair has become so enormous that my hats can't contain them, and so I'm doing the bandana thing. Other things, updates on how I'm doing. I got to spend a little time up in northern Wisconsin at a cabin this weekend. It was nice to get out of the city in a town called Brule. It's on the Brule River. So I got to do a bunch of swimming up there, which was great. And I'm back now. And if you're not in Minneapolis, Minnesota, you may not know that it's incredibly hot and humid right now. Oddly, I live in a place where it can be about as cold as it possibly can be and about as hot as it possibly can be, which is, it's an odd choice to live in a place where that's the circumstance. But there's about 2 weeks every year where it's like perfect weather. So you have that to look forward to. Although now it's just a sweaty business here for the next couple months. Anyway, let's start. I'll start playing songs. How about? Here we go. I think I've started all of the last few stream shows with this song because I like it a whole lot. This one's called Clover, and it's going to be on this new record. We lay down in a bed of clover, sunlight on the water and the clouds are passing over. Interpret dreams and read the signs, try and translate their intentions for the waking mind, try and translate their intentions for the waking mind. And on the road I scan the stations, on a search for inspiration, but you always lose your patience. You say God died a long time ago. I guess I'll try and find salvation then in rock and roll. Yeah, I'll try and find salvation then in rock and roll. 'Cause it's not what I thought it would be. I haven't found the woman who will make me what I should be. And all my tricks to pass the time? Will they offer some distraction but don't satisfy? Is there wisdom in that crazy desert mystic, descending with the tablet and the fiery name of God? Or the posture of the existential skeptic, resigned to face the forces that are red in tooth and claw? Or is it merely a vestigial need to seek solace though the answers are flawed, born of science or an ancient creed? A dividing line or a divining rod, a dividing line or a divining rod, a dividing line or a divining rod. This is a breakup song. You asshole, you told me you're only consoled by the joy that I bring. Then you backtracked and bailed, packed your bags, tacked and sailed, lest you capsize and sink. There's a fire in my brain that I can't name, that melts resolve. So I sing the songs of love, but songs of love aren't love. When I called you and told you I loved you, but had to take care of myself, there's a fear that has gripped me, and though you won't quit me, I can't live with it. There's a fire in my brain that I can't name, that melts resolve. So I sing the songs of love, but songs of love aren't love. You asshole, you told me you're only consoled by the joy that I bring. Then you backtracked and bailed, packed your bags, tacked and sailed, lest you capsize and sink. All right. Hey, gang. Thanks for being here. Rachel, I got a song for you later. I think. Well, anyway. I'm a person who tends to, I'm a sweater. I'm a man who sweats. And so this weather can be challenging for me, but I'm trying a new theory. I'll share it with you in case this might be helpful for you too, perhaps you're a sweater as well. I have a theory that a large part of my discomfort with my own sweat is based on one, vanity. I don't want to look like a sweaty guy. So there's that. And then also two, just when you're attempting to not sweat, it's just it's a futile battle, you know what I mean? And one thing I've observed as a person who likes observing style and likes when people are kind of creatively dressed or seeing kind of trends within various little communities and sub-communities, the way we cue each other with our clothes and our style and all that. It's a funny thing in the kind of something I've observed in the kind of hipsterish community that I've tended to pal around in for the last number of years is that there's a thing about style where you wear way too many clothes when it's really hot. You continue to wear layers, you know what I mean? You've seen it. The guy who's in a jean jacket and a kind of cool, old-looking sweatshirt and pants and boots, and it's 100 degrees outside, and you're like, how is that even possible, man? I can't pull that off because I will just melt into a puddle on the floor. And so my theory is if I just embrace it, try to get over my vanity, allow myself to sweat, it is what it is. My mother would say it's healthy, and my mother is a wise woman. So anyway, if that helps you out, just embrace the sweat, man. Yeah. Sweat over vanity. There you go. Okay, continuing on. This next tune is... Okay, this one's off the new record. It's kind of a record about the beauty and the gift of the mundane routines of life that sometimes feel insignificant, but getting a glimpse of the gift of them, yeah, I guess. So this one's called Your Love Leaves a Mark on Me.
By the hallway light, I can track your silhouette, dressed in your nightgown, bare feet on the cold ground. You move with the grace of a routine to the dawning of the day. And I find your book dog-eared on the bedspread, incremental progress. I faithfully record this with a mark and the grace of a routine to the dawning of the day. Your heartbeat insistent like the drums of war, and I'll love you like a sailor on some bombed out distant shore, like the fading blue tide tattoos that cover his arms. Your love leaves a mark on me. I go back to sleep, 'cause I don't work till later, humbled by the knowing that I am undeserving of this love and the grace of the routine to the dawning of the day. Your heartbeat insistent like the drums of war. I love you like a sailor on some bombed out distant shore, like the fading blue tattoos that cover his arms. Your love leaves a mark on me. Yes, your love leaves a mark on me. I cried out to Jesus in the morning, and he appeared in the afternoon. He said, I know you've got that sinking feeling, that nothing seems to be blooming, and time is always moving, dismantling and ungluing all those things that you were so sure of about yourself. And everyone else seems so together, so beautifully together, and they've got me feeling foolish about talking to Jesus. They say it's in freedom that we flourish, merely chemicals that please us and ease us down, down, down to the ocean, the one that conceived us in that blinding flash of light on that silent night, on that holy night. I'm sure there's something to it. There's certainly something to it, but I'm having a hard time believing that the bravest thing that I could be doing is to stare into that big black nothing and spit in the eye of a material beginning, roll that boulder like Camus would do, until it all stops expanding in that blinding flash of light on that silent night, on that holy night. pull our punches and couch our meaning in abstraction, hold an academic interest that is currently in fashion. We are waiting for consensus if we are to be ever brought to action. Well, I need a damn good reason if you're suggesting there was anything like reason in that blinding flash of light on that silent night, on that holy night.
All right. Hey, gang. For those who joined a little late, thanks for being here. Just wanted to let you know that I'm playing for tips, and tonight this show's in partnership with Janesville Performing Arts Center, a great venue in Janesville. And so the proceeds will be split between us, just for myself and to support them. It's yeah, if you have spaces that you really love to see music, I mean, we're in a moment where there is an abundant call for support in so many different directions. But as a part of a person who's involved in performing and gathering people together in public spaces, check out how your public spaces are doing. There's some cool initiatives around supporting, especially independent venues that are kind of exciting and anyway, something to consider. But anyway, so thanks to Janesville PAC, and thanks to you all for tuning in. Let's see, this is an older, newer one. And by that I mean it's not on this upcoming record or on any record at this point, but it's been around for a minute. This one's called Quiet Power. It's something I had the verses for quite a while, and was really struggling to find a chorus, and then when I did, it just bloomed, and I'm really proud of where the chorus got to. See what you think. All right. Quiet Power.
Tell me that you miss me, tell me someday you'll return. You just smiled and kissed me, then you left without a word. And the rain fell down like some metaphor that we've all heard before. It holds a truth, but a truth too oft repeated gets ignored. Burning like a candle, and I'm trembling like a flame. My brain's all knots and tangles, my thoughts all edges and angles, and I'm told a path appears to the retrospective eye, and that quiet power that moves you will someday tell you why. You said maybe we weren't meant to shine in neon light, glossy like the ladies getting drinks on Friday night. So you spent the evening trying to convince me that I'm free. In the end, I guess I'm flattered that you spent the words on me. 'Cause I'm burning like a candle, and I'm trembling like a flame. My brain feelings all knots and tangles, my thoughts all edges and angles, and I'm told a path appears to the retrospective eye, and that quiet power that moves you will someday tell you why.
All right. This is one I wrote in this COVID time. I was inspired. I've been doing a little bit of writing over the Zoom calls and various internet connective paths. You know what I'm talking about. Doing some collaboration with different writers, trying to do some co-writing and learn how to do that. It's a different skill if you're a person like me who's typically just kind of set on your own thing and is a little bullheaded about what you like and don't like. So it's a practice. It's been a good practice in working on compromise and hearing other people's vision and trying to meld your things and all that kind of stuff. So, but I did some work with a friend of mine that I met years ago. Randomly, he's originally from Brazil, and his band was up, and randomly at two different times in Detroit, Michigan, and in Burlington, Vermont, our bands got, my former band, the Daredevil Christopher Wright, and my friend Marcella's band got booked together, like on two ends of a tour of the East Coast, which was, we just got, anyway, it was fortuitous, and we got to know those guys, and they're great guys, and so Marcella and I have kept in touch over the years, and he continues performing under the name Momo. Check out his Momo, M-O-M-O, stuff. It's pretty rad. He lives in Lisbon these days, but we were doing some writing together, and he's got that great Brazilian chord stuff going on. If you haven't listened to much bossa nova, I suggest you check it out. Jobim, right? Girl from Ipanema, so great, among many other things. Anyway, so it got me kind of fired up about some different chords that I tried to put in this tune. So here we go. This one's called Gloria.
Well, I love you, but you make me crazy. You stuck around now, and it's sort of amazing, 'cause I'm mad sometimes, can't let it go, barking like a dog on a chain. And on the weekend we bend the bottle top, my wasted youth like the fruit that rots on the vine, but given time becomes the spirit of a whole different kind. Glory, Gloria, 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 my love. You're my one and only. Glory, Gloria, 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 my love. You're my one and only, Gloria. You grew up beside I-85. You learned to drive and decided right then that you'd ditch this town. When you turned 18, go out and shake it like no one's ever seen. And I met you on West 54th. I was trying to be a singer and you had such a pretty voice. And I told you so. You said, buddy, I'm just here for this show. Glory, Gloria, 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 my love. You're my one and only.
worry, Gloria. This second one I wrote so far in this COVID time. I've been writing, well, both these tunes are kind of like snapshots of characters sort of thing, or maybe just, I don't even know if they get into a short, but I guess they indicate a short story, but it's like kind of just character profiles or something like that, which is, I don't know, I don't feel like I've done a ton of those sorts of songs, so it's been fun to mess around with. This one was inspired, I said if you tuned in the last time I played it, this one was inspired because I'm trying to learn French, and in Duolingo, one of the names they often use as in sentences that you're working on is Alice, and so this song is called Alice. It's about Alice.
Around a cold beer, second-handed necklace, the pockets of her jeans. Beautiful and reckless with a preference for a gap in your teeth. Laughing like a jackal with the fellas there all catching release. She speaks and coins, quotes and sonnets, some crewneck sweatshirt college, a self-designed degree. She said she learned enough to know that learning had become obsolete. You could almost find it funny if it wasn't for the blood on the streets. And lipstick, bandit's got her homesick, a hero in retreat. The golden age is waning, but a sunset is still something to see. But take all that's worth taking, but there's nothing there that you really need. Alice. That one's Alice. All right. Let's see. Let me try to respond. No, Alan, I have yet to play I Don't Care to Dance. So you're just in time, my friend. Let's see. I'm going to do one. My friend Rachel has been partial to this song for a long time. It's a song from my former band, the Daredevil Christopher Wright. It was on our second record, which is called The Nature of Things. And I remember writing it. It hasn't happened so much recently, but there was kind of a stretch where, like, very late at night when I have roommates, and it's like you need to be quiet, and I was getting home from, I don't know, a show or something. Anyway, circumstances where it was like very late. And you have to be really quiet. And sometimes that was like a very fertile writing time for me. And I have this distinct memory of this place I was living in with my friend Kyle,
in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and I'm sitting out in the living room, and it's like very late, it's dark, and I have to be real quiet. Kyle's asleep, and this song came out. It was kind of, I was thinking about my friend Jesse, and I can't remember what the circumstances were, but we were talking about something where he was feeling anxiety, and so this song kind of came out as I don't know, maybe the intention of it to be a calming kind of thing for him. So let's see, it's been a little while since I played this. I did play it through, so I think it should work. It's a song I really was proud of, am proud of. This one's called The Birds of the Air and the Flowers of the Field.
Oh, bird in flight, your burden is light, with cellophane bones and pin black eyes. You trust in the skies, you trust in the breeze, you trust in the branch, trust in the leaves, trust in the leaves, in the leaves, in the leaves. Oh, wildflower, no trembling nor terror, blooming today, then thrown in the fire, appropriately attired, these bleeding hearts, tracking the sun from dawn to set, from dawn to set, dawn to set, dawn to set. It's in the nature of things, seen and unseen, the posture of a creature for the human being. It's parabolically precise, and therefore incomplete, or maybe not, but abstract at the very least. Like what about, what about, what about? What about, what about, what about? What about, what about, what about? Oh, Father dear, what do you fear? And are you aware the hunter is near? And who shall mourn when you collapse in the snow? Lay down your head, lay down your horn, lay down your horn, down your horn, down your horn.
Yeah, the birds of the air, the flowers of the field. I should note, I know that deer's antlers are called antlers and not horns, but antler doesn't rhyme with mourn. So there you go. Artistic license, y'all. Okay, I got a couple more for you. Thanks so much for tuning in. This next one's going out to Alan Hunt, my good buddy of many years out in New York City. This song, so yeah, the second single for this new record that's coming out this on November 20th. The title of the record is 9 songs about love. Because as I wrote them, there's this whole bundle of songs that ended up kind of coming together at the same time that all seemed to, the theme was very apparent. Love was the very apparent theme because like every title insisted on it having love in it. So, except this one doesn't have love in it, but it's certainly about that. So anyway, sorry, useless information. Anyway, 9 songs about love. It's going to come out on November 20th. And this is the second single we just put out. So you can find it on all your streaming platforms. And there's a really beautiful lyric video my friend Zach Johnston did out there as well that you can find on my pages and of things. But this one's called I Don't Care to Dance. Well, I don't care to dance. You know this, I have told you I don't dance. But the music and your beauty, well, they move me. So I take you by the hands. But you'll have to lead. So we start to move. The tonic that is mixed up with the gin, warm within and working on my limbs. And as the room begins to spin, I'm happy to be near you. And you laugh as I stare down at my feet. Holy Mother of the humble and the weak, you gently lift my chin so I can look into your eyes. And you rebuke the bullshit and the lies, all those people who told me how to be a man. Well, I don't want to follow them any longer, so twirl me round the floor. I begin to hope the tea lights left to gutter and to smoke. We're sweating and we're laughing and the band is only playing songs we know. And I think you really know me. And suddenly it's gone. The worry that has weighed upon my heart, the fear I'm undeserving of the dance that I've been yearning to take part in. The blessed invitation. And you laugh as I stare down at my feet. Holy Mother of the humble and the weak, you gently lift my chin so I can look into your eyes. And you rebuke the bullshit and the lies, all those people who told me how to be a man. Well, I don't want to follow them any longer, so twirl me round the floor. Thanks, gang. Let's see. I just got one more for you tonight. Thanks again for tuning in. Again, we're playing for tips, and tonight the proceeds will be divided to support myself and Janesville Performing Arts Center. So yeah, if you feel moved to give some money, the Venmo and the PayPal stuff is up in the description, I believe. And if you can't, no worries. I hope this can be an encouragement in this time. Yeah. Okay. This last tune will be the last song on this new record. It's kind of funny because it was one that I wrote. This happens every so often when you're writing, and I have two fellows that are my band. Andrew Thoreen plays bass guitar and sings, and Shane Leonard plays drums and sings. And so I brought them this tune, I guess, in the midst of preparations as we were considering this record, and I was kind of sharing songs that I was like, this is for sure going to be on the record, and then I had a couple other things that were kind of in the works, and this one I had, and it felt pretty good. I had it mostly done, but it felt fine and then kind of lukewarm. But this will happen sometimes where you share it with other people, and then kind of through their eyes you see what it is, and that happened in this case, and they really were stoked about it, and since it's kind of grown in my eyes, and I guess it's kind of the thematic culmination of the record. So this one's called Risk. Thanks again for listening. I hope you are well wherever you are. I hope you're being challenged in good ways, and finding comfort and comforting others and all those good things. So yeah, I wish you very well. Here we go. I'm embarrassed that I care this much. It's foolish, but I came here just to tell you that I loved you once, though I left in such a rush. The summer I was 29, your mouth so fine, like blooming flowers unfolding in the golden hours that lit us when we touched. And I may make too much of this, it seems so right, I can't resist it, that you could be the silver bullet to kill that howling fear. And I guess it happens all the time, that's someone's life, but it's not mine. They had someone's wife, but she's not mine. The image I hold dear. Like proof, though briefly held, then ached like wisdom teeth until time, that great big spinning wheel, brought me back around. And though I'm in a different place, there's times I dream and see your face. I haven't found one to replace you, not yet anyhow. Too much of this, it seems so right, I can't resist it, that you could be the silver bullet to kill that howling fear. And I guess it happens all the time, that's someone's life, but it's not mine. They had someone's wife, but she's not mine. The image I hold dear. Surely there's some peace in this, that you exist and I exist. If all my pride and selfishness has brought me only loneliness, then love's a risk that's worth the risk. Love's a risk that's worth the risk.
Love's a risk that's worth the risk. Love's a risk that's worth the risk. Love's a risk that's worth the risk. Love's a risk that's worth the risk. Love's a risk that's worth the risk. Love's a risk that's worth the risk.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again in the not too distant future here. Be well. Bye-bye.